This is David B69, and we're talking playoffs. Playoffs? Yes, we're talking playoffs. We made the playoffs this year, and we're going to be facing off against the LA Rams. So, yeah. Let's see what we have to look at here, injury-wise. Sadly, we lost Sidney Jones for the whole offseason. And we also lost Jordan Howard, and he's gone for the whole rest of the year as well. But it ended up being okay, because it's like we got another decent running back to play back up, and he did really an okay job. If you want to, just watch week 17 of that was the last game of the regular season, where we basically dominated in the run game, and we were able to beat the Giants. So, not saying much, but a win is a win is a win. So it should be interesting. Let's see. Let's see. What are their strengths? Rush defense might be the best in the NFL. There are very, very few teams who are able to move the ball against the ground against them. There's no single position to take advantage of. Wow. So basically saying we just have no shot. No. No. Ty Montgomery's not going to run the ball. It ain't happening. I got Sanders as my running back. Okay? Ty Montgomery's a backup. Yeah, there's just I have no interest in doing any other change. I'm not doing that. Well, let's see what the Rams injury. Oh yeah. They literally have two guys that are in their 60s. It's literally nobody. I lose some top players, but it is what it is. So let's see what we can do here. Now the plan is to stream this morning and then I stream some more, and then I stream even more. I'm not done streaming until we're done this playoffs. Unless we made it to the Super Bowl. Then the Super Bowl, I'll probably, if I make it all the way to the Super Bowl, I'll probably stop there. And we'll, then I would basically make it a Super Bowl / off-season episode. And I would do that broadcasting tomorrow. Not
hey,
today.
everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Rams. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Southern California as we've got playoff football ahead in the City of Angels. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great NFC matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Rams. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
He didn't have as many throws or plays in college as many of the quarterbacks that were coming out in the draft, but he maximized what he had. Ended up winning 2 national championships as a starting quarterback at North Dakota State.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And here are the starters for Philadelphia.
And what a tough environment to roll into. On the road, playing one of the better teams in the league, obviously, because this is the playoffs. So what do teams talk about? Bringing their own momentum, bringing their own energy on the road, because you know you won't get any from the home crowd.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Wow.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. On play action, Wentz. And he's going to go down again. Corey Littleton providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. So the Rams in great position here as they get things started. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that type of diligence.
Mike, go to the 180. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Goff on first down. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun on third down, Goff. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. They go ahead and snap it. Goff.
Oh, crap.
They got a man. It's Woods. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, 44 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you've got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Now Greg
This
Zuerlein
could be
on
a
for the extra
really short
point.
playoff experience.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They bring the 5 seed into the playoffs. Of course, they're one of the wild card teams. And when you're a wild card team, it makes it a little bit tougher. You have to win the extra game. But there's been a precedent set of teams doing that successfully in the past.
And it's usually teams that have aspects that really jump out at you and are really factors in the playoffs. I mean, Pittsburgh, they rode a heavy run game with Jerome Bettis when they won in 2005. And then don't forget the Giants in 2007, that season. Pass rush. Remember how big that was for them during the playoffs. And for Green Bay, it was the quarterback play of Aaron Rodgers. So to me, it's a matter of what's going to affect the game in a big way. Can that aspect of your team really make those plays? A lot of times it's pass rush and quarterback play.
From the 35 on second down, Wentz. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Michael Brockers in on the stop.
54. All day, baby. All day, all day, all day.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
Come on, fellas.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Throwing on first is Wentz. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Waiting.
On first down, it's Sanders trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, it's Sanders. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more.
And a loose football.
Hey, he's down.
And now the Rams have got it, going the other way.
He's down. They better be down.
And he will score. Touchdown, LA.
There's no way that was a fumble.
Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
No way that's a fumble. No way. Yep, elbows down.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits
knees
the ground,
down, then the elbow.
that would be considered a fumble.
It's even like double time. First and goal, Eagles. Let's go.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
An opportunity to get back to level after the fumble return touchdown. First and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Wow.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And here now the offense heading back out there. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right? That 4th seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. But I got to tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get to host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't, just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason. The champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, Build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Gurley with a little bit of an opening there as he's able to get 5 on first down. In on the stop there, Andrew Sendejo.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Goff now looks to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now a play fake. Wentz.
Come on, go.
The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Here we go. 280. 54. 54. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now Sanders. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
54, right there. 54, Mike. I got you, son.
This isn't pretty.
On on second down now. It's Sanders, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Here we go.
The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
Okay, that's no longer viable.
To throw, it's Wentz.
Oh, no.
Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson.
I can't do nothing about this. It's over.
The 30, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, LA. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy,
wow,
Old
that
Mo.
sucks.
You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Oh, no. He's going to the locker room.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Bring it to you.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Throwing is Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Wentz now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10. Again, it's Wentz. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Here's Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Oh, great. He's gone for the game, too.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Back to the ground. This time Montgomery. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Wentz going to throw. Ertz has it left side. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
36, Sunday.
Wentz now on first down. That's caught by Jackson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
I don't care what it said. It's 8 men in the box. 8 men in the box means you audible to a pass. It's generally
they'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
Anybody that's a football person will tell you
He'll get
that.
6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Check 4. Solid.
Okay. Picked me off on everything with Jackson. I'm going to try to go Jeffrey this time.
This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 3-yard touchdown pass as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Elliott on for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions.
Touchdown, LA! Todd Gurley, 76 yards. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Carson Wentz and the Eagles getting set to take over. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Well, they know they've got a good starter. Now the guy coming in to spell him shows he can run it pretty good as well.
And I think he appreciates the starter, wearing people down, tiring them out a little bit. He took full advantage, didn't he? Came in with fresh legs and carried the ball.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
We got this.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
Here's Clement. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now they'll throw it. Wentz looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Wentz toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson there to make the grab as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will get him one closer. A drive that time of 6 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Ooh, that's huge. Cup's gone from the game.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Goff turns and gives to Gurley.
Oh, come on.
And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big run there by Gurley. 45 yards on the ground. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, spinning away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Screen pass to Sproles. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Here's Wentz to throw. That's complete to Whiteside. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Wentz now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Wentz to throw again. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. But now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
And Jeffrey's got it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 30. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Wentz again. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Flushed out right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
I didn't have any timeouts, so I had to use the I had to get out of bounds.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Wentz now to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz In the final seconds of the first half, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here.
Again, I don't go for 2 points.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And
the first half, I get the ball first in the second half.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's the first of 2 games here on this Wild Card Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's NFC wildcard game. And it's the New Orleans Saints who will march on as they were able to knock out the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wildcard game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the third quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
No news about the AFC wildcard game? Because there would have been an AFC wildcard game yesterday, too. They don't want to talk about it?
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Elliott now to kick this one away.
Oh, we don't get the ball. I thought we got the ball. Oops.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 2nd and 5 now. Goff. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky. Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Let's go, defense.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And got him in. It's Woods. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. This pass from Goff to Everett, the tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A shotgun snap for Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
I was just hoping it wasn't holding, that's all.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Montgomery.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This pass complete. Wentz to Ertz. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
First down. Here's the run with Montgomery. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9. Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line.
Lefty. Check three.
They'll run on first down.
Yeah, there was nothing there.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Wow.
Straight 15. Go.
Looking to throw on 2nd
Oh,
down.
no, right there.
Wentz.
I did not see him there until the last possible second. This is a nightmare. I did not see that linebacker drop back.
He will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
I thought he was going to attack, and he didn't attack.
Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play?
That hurts.
Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
That hurts.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Aaron Donald. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing now is Wentz. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Yeah, we got to make this 4th down here.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Let's have a sense of urgency. Let's fly three. Lucky.
On 1st down, Wentz escaping the pressure right. He's got the hook up once again to Jeffrey.
No!
Here we go. 180. Check. Watch 54.
On 1st down, it's Montgomery, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Ty Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
You got to stay in.
As his guys are back within a single score. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 4. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was all capped on the touchdown run by Ty Montgomery. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
This way, if they get a field goal,
this will be a
I'm still within a
touchdown. It comes
touchdown.
out to the 25-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And right now, they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offense coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Goff now to throw. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, but it's going to be 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, You don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Fletcher Cox coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now it's gone.
Yes.
And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he'll keep this one away from Sproles as this is angled toward the sideline.
We got this.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8
How's
ounce.
that?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Wentz. Going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Got to go for it now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Switch. Let's find two.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on 1st down. Montgomery. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Check.
Montgomery. And after the good game
Had
last
nothing
play,
there.
this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Wentz. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Corey Littleton picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. And
No!
he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come.
Good.
Incomplete.
Here we go.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll hit Jackson, complete. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
From the 17, Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Wentz on third down. Now this is caught by Jackson. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Slant, slant, slant.
Back to throw. Wentz. Flush to his right. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Elliott good on the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now it's gone. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Goff now to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 1st down, it's Gurley.
Why would you run?
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Goff. He gets it to Cooks. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw, gone. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If you make someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
What? Oh, my
In
God.
overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
Are you freaking kidding me, though? I mean, it was 4th down.
On 1st down, it's gone. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime, now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And it's a 15-yard pickup. but it'll lead to a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together. They had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
What can Wentz do now with his drive? Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the 1st.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a run with Montgomery. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light is still on for him.
Come on, go.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 6 guys. Check, check.
Wentz defers to Clement. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. So a little chunk there on 1st as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk.
And he's going to score. It's a
there
touchdown.
We go. We did it.
No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
A little Wentz magic. The place where he got injured in the Super Bowl season. He's vindicated and wins a playoff game.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
I really didn't think we'd make it past this
so
game.
long, everybody.